In this video, we are going to see how you can add borders to cells in Microsoft Excel. So let's go ahead and have a look. Now here we are in our monthly budget example that we have been using throughout this video series. Now in our previous video, we saw how you can add background color to the cells and also font colors to emphasize more on particular records. So to emphasize it further, we can also use something called as borders. The borders or the lines that you see over here as grids are not printable. So these are not the ones that can be printed. Well, of course you can enable it to print it, but that does not look nice, right? So to emphasize the records further, for example, in this case, the total lines, we can add some border lines to it. For example, we can add a border line at top of this particular row. Or in other words, you can say that you can add a border line to, the bottom of the 8th row, and which will essentially be the top of the totals. So over here, I've highlighted the 8th row, and on the home tab under the fonts, you will see a section for borders. So if you drop down on that, you will see that there are a lot of presets available, like bottom border, top border, left border, right border, no border, all borders, so on and so forth. Over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select thick bottom border, which is going to be the bottom border of row 8 and essentially the top border of total rows, right? So if I select that and if I tab out, you will see that now there is a nice little horizontal line over the totals, which emphasizes that particular record a little more. Now similarly, we can do left border on this row totals as well. So again, we go to the border section, and over here we select the left border, and if we tab out, and now you can see that there's a good separation between the normal values and the total values. Let me select all the bill types and then do a right border. So now you can see that there's a good separation between the bill types, the total rows, and the raw data. So similarly, you can do all kinds of borders. Why don't you go ahead and try it out for yourself and stay tuned for our next video.